Hi and welcome to your Volkswagen ID.5 Style Pro. To get the best experience from your new electric vehicle, here's a short 5-step guide to get you on your way. Your Volkswagen ID.5 Style Pro comes with a real-world range of 265 miles and a battery size of 77 kilowatt hours. And it can DC rapid charge up to 135 kilowatts. If storage is important to you, the ID.5 has a boot capacity of 549 litres and 1,561 litres available with the rear seats down. Every electric car is very different, and there's no exception with the Volkswagen ID.5. Let's get you round the basics and on the road. Accessing your ID.5 is effortless. You can access it either remotely or keyless entry. As long as the key is on your person, you can open your doors just by lifting the handle. But if that's not for you, you can always use the buttons on the remote key fob to lock and unlock the vehicle. In the cabin, it will feel very familiar. Before we get on to step 2, let's get you comfy in the cabin first. To find your desired position in your seat, you can use this lever here to move the seat forward and backwards. On the side of your seat you have a lever to adjust the height of your chair and the wheel on the side to adjust your back support. Once you've reached your desired position in the seat, you can adjust your steering wheel. This can be done using the lever underneath the steering column, and you can move the steering wheel freely up, down, towards you or further away. To get the right temperature in the cabin, you can use the climate function here, which will give you full control on the screen to change your temperature. You can change your fan speed and your temperature using these haptic sliders. You can also switch on your heated steering wheel and also your heated front seats. Next, let's have a look at the controls behind the steering wheel. Before we talk about the left and right stalk, let's head to the right of the steering column where you can find your headlight, fog light and your front and rear heated windscreen settings. On your stalk on the left you have your controls for your main beam and your left and right indicator. On your stalk on the right you will have controls for your front and rear windscreen wipers. Next, let's head over to your driver's display. In the centre is your speedo, which in this case is 0 miles per hour. Underneath that you have your battery percentage, which is 75%. And also your remaining range on the vehicle. To the right of that you have your satellite navigation, which will activate once you set a destination. Then on the far right of your screen you have your gear indicator, which is D for drive, B to add some regenerative braking, and R for reverse and N for neutral. And to the right of your driver's display you have your gear selector, but more on that later. Now you're familiar with the cabin, let's get you on to step 2. Let's show you how to start your ID.5 and get you on the road. With no power buttons in sight, starting your ID.5 is effortless. Just hit the brake pedal and your car will come to life. Both your infotainment screen and your driver's display will be ready to go in seconds. You're now ready to drive your car, so let's head over to step 3. Your Volkswagen ID.5 has an automatic transmission. So let's show you how to get into gear and get you on your way. Your gear selector is conveniently located by the driver's display, so no need to look down. On your gear selector you have a choice of D for drive, B to add some regenerative braking, and R for reverse and N for neutral. On the top of the gear lever is the P for park. Selecting the reverse gear will automatically activate your rear camera. Whilst driving the car you may wish to use the cruise control function. This can be activated by hitting the cruise control button on the top right of the left pad on your steering wheel and then using the set button to activate. Use the plus and the minus to increase and decrease your speed. So let's have a look at step 4. We live a very connected lifestyle and we can do that in the car as well. So let's have a look at the Volkswagen ID.5's multimedia system. First of all, let's get your smartphone connected to the car. On your infotainment display on the right hand side you will have some tile buttons. Select those to bring up the options. Please swipe left to give you a second page of additional options, where we can find the option called settings. Please then select mobile devices and very quickly the system will try to find any Bluetooth devices. Make sure you have Bluetooth selected on your smartphone. Once you see My Volkswagen appear in the list, please select it and pair accordingly. Make sure your code matches with the one on the screen. You may also be prompted to allow the car to access your contacts and favourites. You will also be asked at this point if you'd like to connect to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Now you're integrated with the car and you can make phone calls and play audio through the car. Your ID.5 also comes with a built-in satellite navigation system. You can activate this on the home screen at any time. In the top left corner, if you hit the search box, you can enter any desired address. Once you begin to enter it, it should pre-populate that address and you can select it accordingly. The car will also demonstrate how much energy will be left in the vehicle with the battery percentage. It will also suggest some charging stops if required. While staying connected with the car, you can also charge your smartphone on this wireless charger pad. This can be found in between the front and passenger seat. And that completes step 4, and that ties us nicely into the final step, which is how to charge your car. Let's review the 3 different ways we can charge your Volkswagen ID.5. All the charging happens in one place, which is on the driver's side rear of the car. Unlocking the charge port can be done by unlocking the car. Press firmly on the charge door to open it. On opening, you'll see the charge port. The visible top half is for your AC charging. Remove the bung at the bottom will allow you to plug in a DC rapid charger. Let's discuss your charging options. There are 3 ways you can charge your Volkswagen ID.5. The first is a domestic 3-pin Type 2 connector. This is the slowest option and will charge up to 2.5 kilowatts. This charging cable doesn't come with your subscription, but you can add it for a small charge. The more conventional way is a fast charge, using a Type 2 to Type 2 connector, which will charge up to 7 kilowatts on your Volkswagen ID.5. This cable comes as standard with your subscription. Your third and final option is a rapid DC charger. This uses a much larger connector than the 2 previously discussed. DC rapid chargers can normally be found alongside A and B roads and motorway services. Now we've discussed each of the 3 charger types, let's see how we plug them into your electric car. To access the charge port on your Volkswagen ID.5, press firmly on the charger port door to open. If you're AC charging, take your Type 2 to Type 2 connector and plug it into the AC port on your charge port. But don't forget to allow at least 30 seconds for your car to communicate with the charger. To monitor your charging, jump into your ID.5 and look at the entertainment screen. On your screen, it will indicate when the charging is due to finish, how many miles you currently have available in range, and what percentage, which in this case is 81%. To finish your charge, you can either hit the stop charging button or you can simply unlock the vehicle. The fastest charging, which is DC rapid charging, can be done in the same way as AC charging. You will need to remove the protective bung at the bottom of the charging port to allow additional space for the much larger DC rapid charger connector. To finish your DC rapid charge, you will need to hit stop on the DC charger unit first before you can unplug the connector. You are now set to go and you should have everything in your toolkit to drive your electric car.